As someone who really suffered from low self-esteem, lack of self-love, I find this video really useful for all the women, all the girls who need to understand their value and who need to gain their self-respect back. Hi, my name is Alina and I'm a manifestation and femininity coach. I can help you to create your dream reality and to embrace your true feminine nature. Today's video is really unusual for my channel. I'll just talk, I'll want to use some special effects around here, and I'll try to be as honest as I can be in front of you. So imagine we're just talking with you right now in some coffee shop, or we met as friends and we're just talking about how to love yourself. This topic is really important for me. My feminine ancestors, my mother lineage, they all suffered from the lack of love, self-love, first of all, because external love is just a result of your internal love. And if you're seeking a relationship, if you're seeking some great man or woman, if you're a man and you're watching this video now, I don't know how it happened, but hello. So internal love creates external love, and personally I had a lot of experience in my life where before I needed this validation from men. I needed this love, and that's why I didn't respect myself a lot before, and I truly had low self-esteem. Even though I know it sounds ridiculous now, because there were many situations when a man was really below my level. Like, I was flying business class, I was staying in Dubai on my own and so on, and I chose men who were lower than me in their life, like in their living situation and so on. Because why? Because of my self-esteem, because of my lack of self-love and self-respect. And last years, I worked with this topic a lot. So let me break it down for you. What can help you to return to yourself and to love yourself and to respect yourself as never before. So the first thing, you have to understand that you are your main priority. It's not some man, it's not someone else, it's not your client, it's nothing in surroundings, it's not your parents, it's only you. You are the top priority. And this should sink into you right now. Because when you understand this, you will never betray yourself. You will never choose some circumstances, some people who don't fit you anymore. So basically, you have to put yourself on the pedestal. Not any man, not your work, nothing else, only yourself. And from this point of view, when you choose yourself truly, when you ask yourself, am I choosing myself in this situation? How do I feel about this? How my body feels about it? Because I can give you my example, as I mentioned earlier, that in this example, I didn't choose myself. And it was so obvious, I think, for everyone around me, but not for myself. So I made decisions from the place of low self-esteem, of lack of love to myself, rather than from the place of self-love and self-respect. So put yourself on the pedestal, please. And I can tell for sure that thing is really important now, because what we are seeing nowadays about men, about dynamics, the feminine and masculine, it's not so good, you know. And for example, in Russia, there is such thing that a man or a boy or a son, they are all appreciated much more than women, because we have more women here. And it's really sad, because a mother tells him, like, you shouldn't work much, you shouldn't push harder and so on. But she tells this thing to a girl, to a daughter. This is really ugly, because women should be valued as who they are already. And men should prove their value. And you can disagree with me now, but that is so true. Because, for example, imagine a man and he's walking with a beautiful, gorgeous woman. And for example, he's old. And of course, everyone will think he's extremely rich. No other thoughts like, yeah, she chose him because of his beautiful soul. No one believes it, right? This thought, it just strikes into our hearts immediately when we see such kind of couples. So a woman has value as she is, not because of her education, her work, how much money she earns, blah, blah, blah. No, just because of who she is now, just because of her presence and her existence. Woman has a gift to create a completely new life. How can you measure it? You will never be able to measure it. You will never be able to say this goes this much or that much, because this is something truly divine and something priceless. Therefore, a woman just like being herself in her presence, she is priceless. And unfortunately, this thought, sometimes mother don't teach it because their mothers taught them that they are supposed to be educated, they're supposed to be this, that. Otherwise, they are not worthy of love, worthy of attention, of gifts, of just a beautiful life. So now I want you to have this switch that you're valuable as you are now. And you don't have to fix a thing, by the way. You have a special gift. And this gift is about changing people's lives, people's reality by your presence. I gave you an example. You can create a completely new life from zero. You're a walking goddess. And art and beauty. Why the fuck you need to prove anything to anyone? The other thing and the other recommendation I want to give is that you have to show your love to yourself through this picture, through your imagination. So imagine you have within yourself your inner girl. Like I have a picture here of my little self here. That's my little self. That's my little girl. So she lives inside me. She never disappeared anywhere. She lives inside me. And the more she's happy, the more happy I am. The more she's satisfied, the more I am satisfied because she lives within me. And you have the same little girl in you. So how would you treat this girl right now? Like, would you tell her you're not worthy or something? You should push harder. You should work harder. You should like destroy yourself, or you should prove your value to someone else. No, you love her unconditionally. So why would you do some ugly, nasty things to yourself? Because imagine that this girl is disappearing now in you. So how you treat this girl, you treat yourself now. So imagine this thing now. Every time you disrespect yourself, every time you disvalue, every time you're dishonest with yourself, every time you make decisions from the place of lack of self-love, you betray this girl within you. And the more you do actions accordingly, your self-love, your love to your little girl. So imagine the situation, you failed in something. Even though I don't believe in fails, we just learn from the mistakes. But anyway, you failed in something. How would you treat your little girl? You would tell her, I'm here for you. I support you. We can do this. We'll get through this, right? So why the fuck you don't treat yourself this way now? Why? And the only thing you have to understand that no one will love you if you don't love yourself first. So the other people, they're always showing how you love yourself. If it happens this way that you end up in an abusive relationship, you see a lot of disrespect towards you or disrespect in some particular things, it means that it's you who is disrespecting yourself. Just other people, they just show you, especially in a romantic relationship and partnership. The other thing I want to give you is the queen treatment. What do I mean by that? The way you treat on your daily basis defines, again, how people will treat you. So right now, I want you to imagine a version of you who loves herself. So imagine this version. And I can tell you for sure it's a really elegant, really respectable person who has a lot of grace and a lot of confidence in themselves. Because this is what self-love makes to people. Well, you imagine this version of you, right? And now, write down things that this version of you does for themselves and what it can be. Like, for example, you immediately leave the situations when you feel just a little bit of disrespect. And I want to give you my example here because last year, around 6 months ago or more, or a little bit more, I was on a date with a man, and I was irritated since we met, even though the talking stage was okay. And he asked me a question on this date, like, what do you bring on the table? And you know what was my reaction? I didn't say anything. I just stood up and I walked away. Literally. In a restaurant, yeah. And I don't give a fuck what other people thought about me or what image he left of himself after the situation. I didn't care because this question devalues me as a woman a lot. Because if you're a man and you're on a date with a woman like me, I think you should understand why you need a woman in your life. So this is my example. The other thing I have for myself, I want to give you my example because you can see how it works through my example. So beauty is really important for me, and beauty not just the physical, because even though physical beauty is just byproduct of your inner beauty, that's 100% truth, and I'll record another video about it, by the way, too. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you don't want to miss this video. Well, I take care of myself a lot, physically, mentally, every day. And I know why I do that. It's a form of my self-respect, of my self-love. And just in general, when I ask this question, would a person who loves themselves be in this particular situation? If the answer is no, I leave it. Just like this, where I try to solve it as an adult, because it's my responsibility that I ended up here. Beauty in my appearance, how I trust myself, what I'm surrounded with, what I create, like these paintings, for example, and so on. It's really important because a beautiful person, a person who loves themselves, because these things, they are in a huge correlation, by the way. They wouldn't live in an ugly place. They wouldn't live in circumstances they don't like. They wouldn't do work they don't like that suffers and exhaust their soul. They wouldn't, because it's not about self-love at all. So from now on, try to ask this question as often as you can. And try to do the actions accordingly. Not just knowing, but doing the actions towards your self-love and choosing yourself. So basically, this is the queen treatment for me. So you have to treat yourself as a queen now in order to get this queen treatment from others. That's it for today. Please let me know what you think about this topic, what you got from this video, because it's a really different type of video that I never made before. Thank you for being here. Subscribe to my channel, like this video too, please, and see you. Bye bye.